Hey everybody, welcome to the Book Nook. Today we are going to talk about Josh Malerman's new book, Daphne. And I was lucky enough to get an ARC from NetGalley. So this book I read in like 2 days. There's a whole theme in the book of anxiety and how anxiety affects you. And reading this book gave me anxiety. It just kept building until, the end when it exploded and everything happened and oh man. So this book centers around a girls' high school basketball team, and the main character's name is Kit Lamb, and it starts out and she is shooting a Hail Mary shot at the end of this game, and it's like if she makes this 3-pointer, they'll win by 1 point. So also, as a basketball player, these girls have this thing where they ask the rim questions. You shoot it, and if it goes in, it's yes, and if it doesn't, it's a no. And so the first thing you have in this book is Kit Lamb asking the question to the rim, will Daphne kill me? So does it go in? I don't know. Well, I do know. I know what happens. I'm not going to tell you. You gotta read it. So Daphne, if you think about Daphne, she will come. So you need to not think about Daphne. And I don't know about you, if I've ever had someone or something that's like, don't think about this, that's all you can do is think about it. And that, I think, is the biggest thing that gave me anxiety when I was reading it. But with a good horror or a good thriller, you wanna feel that rush of terror or anxiety or the thrill of the read, just like when you watch a horror movie or something of that ilk. And it's just going on the roller coaster all the way up till you get to the rush that is the finale of the book. And man, it was wild. Oh, also, I loved that what was tied in with this town. So it's a Michigan town. Josh Malerman is an author from Michigan, and this town that it takes place in is called Samhattan. And they also interlace the town of Goblin, which is one of my other favorite books by him. Goblin's fantastic. If you have not read it yet, read Goblin. It's awesome. But I loved that was included in this book, and it was mentioned a handful of times. So that I thought was pretty flippin' cool. I do want to read you the synopsis for this. All right, so here's the synopsis of it, because I don't want to give away anything. That is the name of the game. Horror has a new name. Daphne, brutal, enigmatic woman, stalks a girls' high school basketball team in a reimagining of the slasher genre. It is the last summer for Kit Lamb. The last summer before college, that is. The last summer with her high school basketball team, and with Dina, her best friend. The last summer before her life begins. But the night before the big game, one of Kit's players tells a ghost story about Daphne, a girl who went to their school many years ago and died under very mysterious circumstances. Some say she was murdered. Others say that she died by her own hand. And some say that Daphne is a murderer herself. They also say that Daphne is still out there. Don't think about Daphne. Obsessed with revenge, and will appear anytime anyone thinks about her to kill again. After Kit hears the story, her teammates vanish one by one. And Kit begins to suspect that the stories about Daphne might just be real. And she also begins to fear that her own mind is conjuring the killer. Help! How do you make your own mind stop? Can you? I don't think so. Now it's a race against time as Kit searches for the truth behind the legend and learns to face her own fears. Or else the summer of a lifetime will become the last summer of her life. This was a very fast-paced read. I read it in 2 days. I didn't want to stop reading it because I was so anxious to see what would happen. And the beauty of a Josh Malerman book is that they're all so different. And that's what I love. It's like a canvas waiting to be painted, and the words that come alive on the page that he takes out of his brain and brings to us in the form of a book. And it's freaking great. This is another hit. I gave this one 4 stars. I highly enjoyed it. I was scared. As I said, had extreme anxiety reading it. How it tackled anxiety as a whole, and like how it affects people and what it does to people. And if you also read the acknowledgments of this book, because one of the things that happened in the book is actually something that anxiety-wise had happened to him, and it goes into all that. I assume that will probably still be in the regular copy when it comes out. I don't know if they'll change the acknowledgments. I don't know how it works for ARCs. Also too, like, I don't watch sports, but I love movies about sports, which is weird. But I do, like, I think about like Any Given Sunday, or The Sandlot, A League of Their Own, Field of Dreams. Movies about sports, fan-freaking-tastic. I don't know why. They're always just, I don't know, like that this wasn't feel good. This was feel scared for your life. I do like reading about sports and horror books. It's kind of fun. Stephen Graham Jones did that in The Only Good Indians, and the descriptions of basketball in that too are pretty awesome. So I really enjoy this. Thank you everyone so much for joining me here in the Book Nook today. If you had fun hanging out, boop that like button, come back and see me again, and we'll talk about more bookish things, weird stuff, horror books, all of those things. So until next time, we'll see you later. Bye!